Hi, I'm Bob Weir with another interview of people in the news in North Texas. My guest today is Jessie Eady, an active supporter and advocate for Girls Embracing Mothers, a Dallas-based 501c3 nonprofit organization whose primary focus is to empower girls in grades K through 12 with mothers in prison to break the cycle of incarceration and lead successful lives with vision and purpose. Thanks for being here, Jessie.
Thank you for having me.
I'll be referring to Girls Embracing Mothers as GEM, G-E-M. Please tell our viewers about GEM, for example, who's the founder and such.
Okay. Well, GEM was founded in 2013 by Brittany Barnett, who first and foremost is my friend and also an attorney and an advocate and a seeker of justice. And Brittany herself was impacted by incarceration when her own mother was incarcerated. And she faced the real challenges of having a parent who is incarcerated. And so obviously that gave her a lot of empathy for what other girls are going through when their moms are facing those same circumstances. So she founded GEM, and she and her mother do this work together now and help support girls and their mothers who are going through this really difficult time. Their focus is around developing relationships and connectedness while the moms are still incarcerated, so that when the moms are released, they already have a solid relationship. They're not having to rebuild, they've been building all along. And then Jim is there to support the moms when they are released into starting a new life connected to their families.
Yeah, and I read that that's exactly what happened with Brittany when her mom was released from prison. She joined her in the organization, and they're working together. And I think that's a very good thing to have happened to her. And this is how you got involved, because she's a friend of yours. Brittany's a friend.
Yeah, I met Brittany a handful of years ago. She made the decision to leave her job as a corporate attorney to pursue this justice work full time. So she founded GEM, and so she decided to take that work full time, and then also founded another nonprofit called Buried Alive, where she does clemency work. So we met at that time, and I helped her do some of the messaging and things of that nature for GEM, and helping her tell her story well. And we just fell in love with each other, and so a couple years ago, we decided to start doing this together.
And Jessie, I just want to mention that your mom and dad, Chuck and Laurie Elsie, are well known in the North Texas community for their commitment to public service. So for those of you who may not know, Chuck and his son Chad own Elsie and Elsie Law Firm here in Flower Mound. And they've done so much, and they're involved in so many organizations throughout the area. Let me ask you this, Jessie. Approximately how many girls are currently being helped by GEM?
So there are about 30 girls that are currently being supported by GEM, and each month these girls get an extra 4 hours of time with their moms. So they all meet at a location, and Brittany has a bus that drives the girls all together to have this time. And then they get to spend 4 hours, share a meal together, do this programming around relationships, connectedness, emotional intelligence, and then Brittany drives them back. So it's a full day together.
Okay, I just want to mention also, studies, I'm checking on this, show that minor children of incarcerated parents are among the most at risk yet least visible populations of children. Many of these children follow their parents into the criminal justice system. And the Sentencing Project concludes that children of incarcerated parents are 3 to 6 times more likely to go to prison than their peers. And of course, there is a terrible problem in this country with recidivism.
Right.
So I think this is a very worthwhile program that you're involved in. And that's how I would assume that's how GEM reduces recidivism at the rate of it in prison. So I want to get on to a couple of other things. The children, all these young girls, are also mentored to develop life skills and leadership traits. Another important, because they have to have something to teach them when their parent is not there. They have to have something to further their ambitions in life. So if you would tell us about your goal to send every one of these girls to summer camp.
Right. So, in addition to their visitation, Gem also is connecting just with the girls outside of that time as well, like you said, for that leadership development and personal development of the girls themselves. And that includes every summer that they take a week and go to a camp where, again, they're working on emotional development, relational development, personal development, leadership development, and really instilling dignity, value, personal worth into these girls, that they are having experiences that they might not get to have if they weren't already part of GEM. They really are a family.
Yeah, building up their confidence is
Absolutely.
so very important, and it's, as you said, giving them the dignity to carry on with something that is so often a stigma in their lives, you know, to have a parent in prison. Does GEM have regular meetings, and how often? And
Yeah, as I mentioned, they take the girls once a month, so first Saturday of the month, they get those extra 4 hours together. And then they also do a monthly program with the girls outside of that, where it's just the GEM girls with the GEM mentors and Brittany and their staff and team, which are wonderful. And they might go to a movie or do some sort of personal development, leadership development programming. It's something that, again, gives those girls some experiences that otherwise they wouldn't be having.
And much of this has to do with allowing the girls to meet with their mothers in prison, right?
Yes.
At the time, to be able to communicate with them. So that is helped by this. It sets up these meetings with them, because in many cases the mother or what parent it is so far away that they don't have the opportunity to do so. So this helps them to keep that communication going with the mothers. How does GEM locate girls whose mothers are in prison?
So it actually goes through the moms. So GEM will work with the prison to let the moms know that this is an opportunity for them. And then the prison system really appreciates this program, because these women are infraction-free women that are showing up to get this extra opportunity of visitation. So the moms themselves self-select to sign up for the program.
All right, and now you have to tell us about the December 15th Christmas coffee benefiting GEM. What's that about?
Thank you. So many years ago, my mom's mom, Laurie's mother, started doing a cinnamon roll Christmas coffee, and she would have hundreds of people coming in and out of her house in Tyler, Texas. And once I went, I just really loved the sentiment of being together for no other good reason than...
And don't forget the cinnamon rolls.
That's right, the cinnamon rolls, handmade,
Oh,
and
that's
good
real good.
coffee, and just being together. But I also really like the idea of doing something to give back.
Yeah.
So each year we pick a beneficiary, and the last handful of years it's been GEM. And so people in the community and my family and friends show up and bring these supplies to help the girls go to camp, and then also just make donations in order to support GEM and the ongoing work that they're doing.
And tell me again, where will it be held?
So it'll be in my home in Richardson, Texas.
Okay.
And all are welcome. The more the merrier.
Okay, that sounds like it would be fun and delicious too.
It is.
Now let me just mention also that you can learn more about Girls Embracing Mothers by going to www.girlsembracingmothers.org. Is there anything else, Jesse, you'd like to add?
I would just want to note that, as I think I mentioned, that GEM really is a family. The mothers and the daughters and Brittany and her staff and Brittany's mom and Sharonda Jones are truly invested in making sure that these families make it to the other side of these difficult circumstances.
Well, I think this is a very good cause. We really need things like this because, as I say, recidivism rate is out of control. Thank you so much, Jesse, for being here. And say hi to your mom and dad for us. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for watching.